destroy
because
Afghanistan? Why do they want to
because
occupy?
they don't belong to Afghanistan people, because they are terrorists and they come from foreign countries. Some of them are from Afghanistan, some of them are Afghan, but because they are very poor, or somebody of them because are very radical Muslim and believe to a mullah. So they fight in front of the government. When mullahs say to them that this government is very bad, they are kafir out. So they say that mullahs say, right, let's go and let's do jihad. You are Muslim. So there are some people who are very radical. For them, it's not important, and they don't study. For them, it's important only that what's a mullah, or this mullah, these big people, they all belong to country, for example, Pakistan,
Or Yemen?
yes, or Saudi Arabia.
I believe that one of the most important messages that people like you who have been forced out of their countries and you are Muslims, it is important that people like yourselves who are refugees, you cannot go to your country to live in your culture and live with your families and your friends. It is important that you send the message to the rest of the world, and especially to other Muslim countries, that listen, why these radical mullahs are creating these problems to us.
These radical mullahs belong to some countries, and this country, because of the politics that they have for Afghanistan, they do all these bad things for Afghanistan. They want to destroy it. For example, Pakistan, why in these days only Pakistan, nowadays, in these days, now only Pakistan don't like security for Afghanistan because of politics, because they believe that Afghanistan must be like a province of Pakistan, and they afraid of that day, that one day Afghanistan will be a strong country. And that's when Afghanistan was a strong country, and it was a big problem like India for Pakistan, because the border of Afghanistan and Pakistan name is Durand, and this border, Afghanistan don't accept this border. Afghanistan said that a lot of cities that are in the Pakistan and here live Pashtun people, they belong to Afghan people. Government of Pakistan now so afraid of that day, that one day Afghanistan government will be a strong government, and they will say that like India want Kashmir. One day Afghan government will say that we want cities which are in the border of Pakistan, and here live Pashtun people, Afghan people, for example Peshawar and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. These are the cities who believe Pashtun people. One day when Afghanistan have a strong army, will say that we want our city, our earth, like India want Kashmir. Because of that,
how do you see the future of your country? Do you think that with the help of America and other European nations who are there, but they also have demanded that they are leaving, and you said that it would be much better if America at least keeps a presence in Afghanistan. Do you think that with just a small presence of American troops in Afghanistan, that will help you to rebuild your country and gain your full independence, without other countries like Pakistan?
American soldiers in the future, if they want to serve Afghan people, like they build South Korea. They built South Korea. They help Japan, and here is the soldiers of America now, but they don't have any problem with the people of Japan and South Korea.
Just the base.
They can be also like that in Afghanistan, and they can help us because
And
we
you think
need
the Afghan people will not be against having...
no. Only one nation could be in front of that, because they think that that American soldier must go out, and we are Afghan. We will find a way for our problems. For example, Pashtun nation, because they think that because now the all of the in the government, for example, 50% are Pashtun people, 50% other people, but they want all 100%.
How do you see, has the situation, since the overthrow of the Taliban, has the situation, apart from, from the disaster, from the wars, but do you see that it is improving? Like, for example, females, they can go to study, and society is getting slightly better. Do you see this, or it's not really happening?
Yeah, I think in Afghanistan it's living in south and in north. In the north part of Afghanistan, there are other nation, for example, Tajik, Uzbek. But in south of Afghanistan, they are living Pashtuns, and in this area, I think the women doesn't have any rights, because they must hurt their men, and I think there's no any right for women.
But I think that can change gradually.
Yeah.
You cannot just impose it.
It's changeable. Yes.
Slowly.
Yeah.
You start having the young girls going to school, and one generation after the generation, it will make.
I think when Pakistan leaves us, we will make our country. I'm sure. We are good people, intelligent people, and very smart people. But the unknowledge persons is very high in our country, I think. That is the most important. At first, we should know about knowledge. We should know our person, ourselves. Who am I? What should I do?
What do I want?
What should I do for our people? It's very important, yes. But some of people, I think, they just hear mullah, what they say.
And that's the main problem
Our
of
country, yes.
So, how long have you been in a European country?
How long? It's 6 years.
6 years. And you came from Afghanistan, right? And which district?
Only to save my life.
And can you explain why? What was?
So because
How was life back home?
a lot of problems are here. One of the biggest of them are the enemies for me, and war is also a reason, but the biggest reason is enemy that I have.
The enemy that you don't know who it is.
I know.
You know who it is.
But I don't like to speak about it because it's very important for me.
And how do you find living in a European country? Was it difficult to get asylum?
Of course. It's like that you go in other world and you start a new life.
It's as if you are a child starting a complete life.
Of course, I start a new life with new people, new country, new culture, new language, everything new.
And you have your family back home?
Yes,
You still have family back home?
brother.
And how do you find integration into European, in the society where you are living? Is it difficult to integrate? Do you find the obstacles, like when you want
It's
to
not
go to
a
school?
difficult life in Europe for me, but life for me mean with when you live with family, with friends, in your country, and that place that you have born. That's very nice. and it's more nice when you go to other countries for sightseeing and like a tourist, and you go back to your country. That's mean life. But when you must leave your country because of the reasons, and you must go to other countries, to foreign countries, and you must live here, you must accept the language, culture, and every other thing. It's a little difficult. It's so boring. A lot of time miss me, a lot of people and country that in that place that I am born, everything. So I'm trying to forget my
Last times.
last times and my memories.
Try to forget them.
I must,
Keep them
because if I want to live with my memories, so they
It will destroy your mind.
yes. And Azardan Chimesha? It's a little difficult. Like
Disturb.
that. Yes. What?
Disturb.
Disturb me.
So do you think when America and all the other forces will leave your country, you can start building a new society which will help to build up a good and prospective society long term?
It's a very good question. I think it's when the American or another NATO they will leave Afghanistan. It's not good for our nation, for example, for Hazara nation, because now we are in a stress when they leave Afghanistan, and the other nations, for example, Pashtuns, Tajiks, or other, they have power now in Afghanistan. They have everything, and I think if they leave Afghanistan, we will be in a risk, our nation people. So I think it's not good, and we need to America, we need to NATO. Exactly for our nation is good. I'm satisfied with them.
I think
In my opinion, I don't know about
In-
other ones.
American soldiers are good now for Afghan people, for Pashtun, Tajik, Hazara, Uzbek, and this democracy, this new democracy in Afghanistan is better for Uzbek, Tajik, and Hazara nation because they are small nations. When was Taliban in Afghanistan? Mostly they was Pashtun. They had their politics, and they give all of the policy from our neighbors. Our neighbors wanted to destroy our country, and they do it. They did it, and they will do now. They also destroy everything that we built, for example. Or for example, in the Bamiyan city, it's a Hazara city. Here was the bigger Buddha in the all of the world. They destroy it. They destroy it. Afghanistan could have a lot of money. Government could have a lot of tourists could come in Afghanistan from China, Japan, from country who is Buddhist like a religion. They destroy our country. Now American soldiers, I think now it's very good for Afghanistan when they are in Afghanistan. So we think that nations, that other nations, those people who think that we are not belong to Afghanistan, the Hazara nation or Tajik or Uzbek nation don't belong to Afghanistan. This is very bad for them. A lot of people in Afghanistan have this idea, and they think that this government, this earth of Afghanistan belong to them. A lot of people think like this, and I think it's very good for small nations because they have also right to live. they have this right to live in the city, in the place that they have born. But here is a lot of radical Muslim that don't like and don't give this permission to us to live like a human. Nowadays also in American soldier or in Afghanistan nowadays also they come every year and they to serve other people. Everybody who knows something, finished school, university, have a good idea, he or she must serve the people who need it. Really, that's life. And I think that's not a life when you go to work and you think only about yourself and only for you want to work and only you want to be happy and you don't think about other people. It's the job of everybody to think about other people and to help other people, because we are all human. Today if it's war in my country, tomorrow it can be in your country. Tomorrow I think if today you help our people, tomorrow they will help you. They will never forget it. But unfortunately today it's not like that. That must be. People help other people, but a group of people, not all. I think it's more beautiful with when minimum 50% of the people of this world who have money and everything and they can do, they think about other people and help them. For example, I want to do a lot of good things for people who need to help, but unfortunately sometimes I'm so sad because I think that I cannot help myself. How can I help other people? So after that I am so sad because my wish is that one day I have a normal life, not like a very rich man, a normal life, and then I want to serve to other people because it's, I think, like human, it's my job.
And do you think in the near future your dream of helping other people, of building your own life?
I hope, I don't know, but I always believe to future, and I always think something like that I can change everything, and because it was like that, everything that I wanted before I do it, but now I'm in this 6 year that I'm in Europe, I'm in a very bad situation. I have a very bad condition. My life is not in my hand. When my life will be in my hand, so I can do very good things that I wish for people that need it, for people that need really help. For example, people of Slovakia or people of Europe and America have good governments. They serve their people. They have something to eat. They have something to drink, electric, gas, and everything that a person needs. But in my country, it's not like that. We have a rich country, but with poor people because the war don't give us this permission to make our country, because when war destroy everything, don't give you this permission to live like a person. Every time you have stress, every time, and that's very bad.